trying to make some money. So like, you know, maybe she'll be able to figure it out. So I'm putting that together. Yeah, man, that's it, really. Yeah.
Nice, man. You know,
salute to y'all, by the way. Congratulations to you both. I mean,
man.
I know I told y'all, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Couldn't be there, but definitely y'all well deserved of the rewards that y'all got.
Appreciate
you know what I'm saying? I know y'all gonna keep getting more. So
appreciate it. Appreciate it, man. Well, you know, my son just turned 21 yesterday. Man. 21.
Salute,
he want to party with dad now. You know, he want to be in the Bel Air section with me and Chase. You know, I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that.
That's what's up.
You know, it's time. You gotta show him the way.
Yeah, maybe I'll give him a little, you know.
Which one?
My oldest, my firstborn.
Okay. So my question, Tracy, you gonna tell him he gotta pop bottles every place he go?
I don't know. Nah, you know what's crazy? Your legacy. I gotta tell you something. He's not gonna continue my legacy. You want to know why? Because we've been planning this thing for him for a while. You know, venues change because of certain circumstances. But you know what he ended up telling me? He ended up saying, "Dad, I don't want to do no party because I'm saving up for my own place.
It's a smart man.
I got some goals that I want to achieve, so I'm gonna save some bread."
Smart
and
man.
I said, all right, how about me and Chase take you to the Bel Air office? He said, nah, Dad, I don't want to waste time.
Okay.
He's on a different level.
That's what's up.
So I said, you know what? I'm proud of you. Whenever you feel like you want to come out with us, we take care of you whenever you feel like it. But I'm happy you're doing these things because there was nobody telling me or pushing me to do these things when I was 21. I was spending money like crazy.
The only thing I would say is just make sure he knows there's a balance. You know what I'm saying? Because you're young and you only live once. You gotta have
But you know what? You know what? As much money as I was spending at the age of 21 when I was doing college tours and all that, I wish somebody was telling me to
handle it better. To handle it better.
Yeah.
Because saving money is not going to grow. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but if he got goals right now, he got goals. I'm not going to step on those goals. Do what you got to do. But I told him, I said, whenever you feel comfortable, you want to come out, I got you. Don't worry about nothing, you know? So that, and then my daughter turned 7 Friday. So, you know, she thinks she's like, Daddy, don't call me no baby no more. I'm like, all right. I'm watching mouth. Watch your mouth. So I'm dealing with that. We got Graf's show, God's Timing, Part 2, the Rock Boys concert tomorrow at Drum.
Yes, sir.
Petey Crack, the Young Guns, Graf, a lot of special guests. I'm on the set. What else we got? I won DJ of the Year.
Yes, you did.
Through the Come Up Experience. So shout out to Casey. Shout out to Sherry, everybody who put it together. I'm still processing the win, but I appreciate it, you know, and thank you to everybody who voted for me. If you ever hired me, if you ever had me host your event, shout out to Chase Sims. Shout out to everybody who did something for my career and continues to do for my career. I appreciate y'all. I couldn't have done that by myself. The work I did by myself, but the opportunities don't come with just you. It comes from all different sides.
Right.
So, you know, the last couple of years, Chase has done a lot for my DJ career. So I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you, man.
You know, I didn't want to say this on the phone over text. I'd rather say it face to face.
I got you.
You know, shout out to you, man. You've helped me out with the show here, Chase too. So the fact that we got this back up and running, you know, I feel great about it. It's well deserved. A lot of people say it was well deserved, and I think so too. And I'm happy that I went home with the award. I actually went home with 2. You know what I'm saying? Promoter of the Year. Shout out to everybody who come to my party. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody, man. A lot of people showed me love. You know, a lot of people you know, clapped and were, you know, excited for me. We ended up taking over the VIP Black Bottle Boys. You know, we sponsored the bar. Drinks was on us. You know what I'm saying? What else is coming up? We got a new situation with Graf. We just filmed the first episode yesterday. I don't want to say too much about it. I don't know if I got access to say a lot. But some new situations with Graf. Shout out to Math Hoffa. We spent some time doing some stuff over the weekend. Shout out to Math Hoffa. And that's really it. You know, things are changing in the party world, in the DJ world. You know,
venues renovating.
You know, venues is going through it. Budgets are going down. You know what I'm saying?
It's January though. This is slow season right here.
You know, shit is crazy. You know, you feel me?
Everybody ready for their income tax.
Right. Everybody on it. Right. Everybody waiting for their return.
Right.
If you get it. Shit. If you do it right. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Shout out to my accountant too, man. I had that motherfucker for like over 10 years. My paperwork straight.
Shout out to
my paperwork
too,
straight. I get the real numbers. You know?
Shout
out to Shout out to the to H&R Block, man. But right now,
show some love to Chris Childs, man.
Now, personal friend of mine, one of my favorite MCs, lyricists, rappers, coming straight out of Brooklyn. I've seen this young lady put in the work.
Right.
I've been a part of some of those situations.
Heavy.
If you a female rapper, understand something. She's been doing this for a while.
Heavy.
She's no stranger to it.
Not at all.
No shortcuts. No ass kissing. She's about the culture. She's about the bars.
Real music.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you tuned in right now, please, let's welcome the one, the only Cryssy Bandzz.
What's up, y'all? We outside.
Big Bandzz.
How y'all feeling?
Got goosebumps.
Thank y'all for having me.
I had to do a nice intro for you.
You already know. Yo, that was fire. I'm over here blushing like, okay, what else you gonna say?
Right. We here. You know what I'm saying?
So, Cryssy, of course, introduce yourself to the people real quick. Let them know who you are, where you from, what you're about.
Let's see, y'all. I go by the name of Cryssy Bandzz. I'm representing real Brooklyn, real beauty, and real bars. We outside.
Right, man. Right. So me and Cryssy, we go back a lot of years.
Yes.
From the beginning of your career.
Absolutely.
Where you was doing shows in the clubs.
Yeah.
Clubs.
My first show was in Perlou.
Right.
I don't even, is that Queens? I was gonna say, I don't even remember what it is.
I think it's Queens.
Yeah.
I think it's Queens. Yeah. So, you've been doing this for a very long time.
This year makes year 10.
10 years, a decade. You've stuck to your originality. You've stuck to your belief in the essence of hip hop and bars. You know what I'm saying? So how do you feel right now? Cryssy Bandzz 10 years later, still in hip hop world. How do you feel right now?
I ain't even gonna lie. I feel really good. I do. I feel like even though it's been 10 years, I've had a lot of ups and downs throughout, those years. But I feel like at this point, I've never felt so confident and so like ready to take on. Like I feel like back then I had my little buzz or whatever, but I felt like it didn't happen because I needed to get here. I needed to sturdy up more. I needed to learn more. I needed to see more. And I feel ready for whatever.
Right. So you say you had the buzz back then.
Yeah, I say that to say because like when I first was coming up, I was doing a lot of freestyles. Like, you know how Nicki Minaj was doing a lot of Little Kim freestyles? I was doing that with the Nicki Minaj beats. And of course I stood out, pretty female. Oh snap, she got a little something. Cool. And then that elevated into the moves. I'm pretty sure we're going to get into that. I feel like I had more buzz in like 2019 and then losing my Instagram, getting rid of my manager. I just like had a whole funk for like a year kind of thing. And then now I feel like I'm back better than how I was in 2019.
But I got to tell you this, right? And this is just from me, right? From Trace. Since I've met you 10 years ago, maybe a little more, 11 years, 10 years, 11 years, you've always been top 5 in New York City in my book, whether we've seen each other or not.
Thank you.
Top 5. So when people mention Kaya Baby and whoever else after, I was saying, yeah, y'all right. Cryssy Bandzz, throw her in there.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I agree with that. And I feel like me being quiet too, I was left out of a lot of shit, but I never got upset about it. I just was like, that just means you got to work harder.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what I've always liked about you as an artist is no matter where I was at, whether you was on the bill or not, whether you was just attending the event, if I called your name on stage, you was on that mic and you was performing.
Hell yeah.
You never said no to me. So I got to shout you out. I got to say thank you. You know, and I've always admired your lyricism as a female rapper, lyricist, MC, however you want to say it. But congratulations on all your success. I just want to say that face to face.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Let me ask, what is just a little bit of the give the people a little bit of the backstory of when you say you feel like you're back now, you feel like you're good now, you feel like you're ready now. Like, we understand maybe in the early, and even with losing your manager, and like, what is this process that artists have to go through that they probably don't even know that they have to go through yet to get to where the space that you are now, where you feel like you're ready now? When you even had the buzz back then, you could, like, it could have happened maybe, right? But again, there's things that go along in whatever you want to call the industry or just in the music itself. But like, what from there to now, what's that transition like? What was that transition like?
So I felt like I was ready because I had a hot song with a hot artist at the time, right? And oh my God, I got a music video with him and I'm lit and I'm doing all of these things. But I didn't even see what's coming into my TuneCore. I don't even know the password to my Spotify. Things like that. Like, that's why I feel like I'm ready now, because I had to lose a lot of shit or everything to learn. Like, you can't depend on nobody. You can't trust nobody. You have to do it yourself first. Learn it yourself so you know what to do, what not to do. And that's why I say I'm ready now, because I had to relearn or unlearn a lot of things to get where I am now. You know, like, my Instagram was the biggest platform I had at that time. And it was just gone. Contacts, content, all of it gone. You know, you get views, like all of that matters. Everybody's looking at your followers, your numbers, how many views she got, and it was gone. Everything gone. I just dropped that song with Freeway 2 when it got deleted.
So how did you come back from that? Now you're saying you're ready now. You get back into this. What's the space that you're in that you lose everything? And then you have to feel that, go through that, and now come back to something that you.
So I've watched people that I was further than at the time. I watched them surpass me. And I had to sit down like, what are you doing or what are you not doing? You, like, remember who you are and get back on why you started in the first place. Get back to that. And I had to really sit down and think about it like, yo, I got all this talent and I'm just worried about how I'm going to come back and what this person going to think. Just do it. Shut up and just do it. Even when I dropped my first song from my little hiatus or whatever you want to call it, I wasn't confident. And then a little bit of likes, and you know how Instagram plays with your algorithm a little bit. But I just kept putting out. And then, number one thing, start praying to God. As long as you apply yourself, pray to God, and then you plan, you write it down, you set goals, and you be like, hold on. All right, you make connections. And then slowly you start seeing, and then when you start seeing the progress, you don't stop, you go even harder. And then it just overflows. You be like, you start looking around like, what the hell? Okay, yeah. It's time.
So one last thing on that topic from me, what did you learn from losing your Instagram? Is there anything different now? Let's just say if that were to happen again, did you take any now precautions, or could you give any advice on another artist that if they do get hacked or if they do get their Instagram stolen, what would be that, that process or to come back and to feel still good about it? Or
I would say just try your best to get it back, first of all, because I mean, everything is numbers now, man. They're looking at your followers, even labels, you know what I'm saying? But what I will say is don't let it break you. If this is your passion, this is your goal, create a new one and put out better content, more content. Focus on TikTok, focus on Facebook, whatever other platform. And while you rebuild on this one, just don't let it stop you, because I almost let it stop me.
So are you getting email lists now? Are you setting up your own email list?
Yes, I am.
Good.
I
would say that it would be the first step to doing if after losing.
Oh, you mean
like
that, my contacts? Right? I didn't even answer that question. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. Like as far as the people, like you said, like even some of your content, you saving it on drives, backup drives now, or before you upload it, or these are some of the steps that you might want to take just to say, okay, cool. If I do lose my Instagram again or my TikTok, or they shut TikTok down, then I can still upload my stuff wherever.
Yeah.
If it happens to be YouTube, I can still send this out to everybody that was liking my stuff via email if I have to, because I contacted these people and I reached out to these new fans or whatever the case may be. I would say that to say, because we do put a lot we do put a lot on these platforms, right? And it is discouraging when they hear that people could be losing thousands or millions of dollars on TikTok or a platform when it closes down. It's unfortunate, but we have to be and take responsibilities of our own career being entrepreneurs. So, you know, we have to now take initiative to say, if y'all do shut any of this shit down, cool, go ahead. I got the contact. I got the people that like me, that rock with me, and I can, you know, reach out to them. But it's unfortunate that you had to go through that, but I'm glad that you're back. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that you were able to, you know, get back and step back into this space that you flourish in. You know what I'm saying?
And you just helped me because me and my manager was just talking about the email list. And I'm going to make sure, hey, I got your number. I'll make sure I save it.
Yeah, number, email, listen, whatever you might have. You got YouTube shit. Give me a YouTube page too. I'll take whatever just because if anything ever happens, I have a whole list of everybody, you know, that I ever need or came in contact with. Yeah. So
further on that, of course, you got new management or you got a new team, I would say. Which is it?
Well, I'd say I just have a manager now. Okay, because he's
shout out to management.
Shout out to my boy Scott Morris. Okay. Yes, he's managing me at the moment. Yeah. He just joined the team like a few weeks ago. Okay. I would say. But so far, so good. I just came back from Atlanta and he added some plays out there. So that was a good run for me.
He hit me immediately. Like, I guess once y'all first got it all together, he was like, yo, Chase, because I'm one of the people he always worked with for all of these years. You know what I'm saying? And when he sent to me, I'm like, bro, I know her already. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, yeah, let's bring her. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's well due. You know, I'm happy to see you here today. I've seen you for a while from performing at Twizzle yacht parties, et cetera, et cetera. That's how I met you in the first place. Right. You know what I'm saying? Till now. And then, you know, we did the Pat Poose, the yacht party that we did. And then she came as well.
The last time I saw him.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So we've been here for a while now. So how is that partnership going so far for you? Like, you know, what do you see so far different in this team than the past team?
So the past, I didn't have a team, I don't think. Of course, you have your supporters, your family, friends. But as far as a team, business-wise, I just had my DJ and my manager at the time. And I still, you know, I was oblivious to a lot of things. I didn't learn a lot of things. I depended on him, my manager. But now that I'm more involved, I do a lot of things hands-on by myself. I have my manager, my road manager, I have my assistant. I have more people who see the vision, believe in the vision, and want to be more involved. I feel more sturdy, I have my security, you know, things like that.
Excuse me.
You never want to be outside without, you know, making sure, like, you know, you good, for sure.
Yeah, so I just feel blessed that I have more people involved with me. You know, seeing the vision.
Right. Now, that's very important. You know, with time, you got to identify what your team will look like, what some traits a manager should have, right? Because at the end of the day, you are the artist. You are the talent. You know, they can manage it, but you got to do the work just as they got to help do the work. You know what I'm saying? So that's very important. Let's talk a little bit about 2 O'Clock. That's one of your songs as well, right? And then I want to get into Eye for Eye.
Okay. What would you like to know about 2 O'Clock? How it came about?
Yep.
I got you. So basically, you know, is it called? I call it the hips music. I don't know what you guys call it. So, you know, and it's also sexy drill.
Yes, it is.
So shout out to TV Beats.
Right.
He produced the song. So he sent me a few beats, including the one for Eye for an Eye, and those two stood out to me. So 2 O'Clock was my attempt, one of the attempts to go more commercial. Everybody knows I can rap. Everybody knows I got bars. But I want to show that I can make a hit song as well. So that's what 2 O'Clock really was about. And also, like, I don't always follow the trends, but sometimes it's necessary to. That's why I did 2 O'Clock, to make sure I have that sexy drill in my archive.
Got you.
Are you going for a sound?
Everyone asks me what's my sound. I don't really know how to answer because I'm very versatile. Like, you know, I want to be that artist where, like, I could perform at any type of show, any type of venue because I have a song for it. Like, I have pop, I have reggae, I have hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be that type of artist.
I gotta say this. I hope you don't take it disrespectfully in any way, but you could send me your songs all day. Cryssy Bandzz, I like. You know the Cryssy Bandzz I like. She sent me them freestyles. I play those all day.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like as an artist, you just sound you sound at home when you do your freestyle.
I agree.
And even though we haven't been in contact for a little minute, I've heard your freestyles, and I'm always like shaking my head like, yo, she still got it. She ain't lose it yet. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think she's gonna lose it. You know.
Someone recently told me that too. They were like, you're good. Your music is good, but they were like, your lane is that rap.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. But I feel like that about a lot of my favorite artists. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to 50 Cent, G-Unit, yeah, I like their songs, but ain't nothing like they mixtapes. Ain't nothing like them freestyles. Ain't nothing like that. And those get more play from me than the actual music.
So with that being said, let me ask you off that, as an artist, especially a female rapper, do you feel, because since you're hearing it, do you feel like if you brought in a writer to maybe help curate more of you being able to rap, but the song being able to still be a song that people might like, is that, I mean, I know it's frowned upon to have people around or writing with you or for you or whatever, but is it something that you would consider, or is it something that you would stay away from?
So me as a lyricist, in my personal opinion, no one can write my verse. Okay. Sorry, that's just how I feel as a rapper. Mm-hmm. Like if you're a rapper and someone is writing your lyrics, mm-hmm. you're just an entertainer. Mm. You understand? Mm-hmm. Because you're not writing those bars, you're just reciting them.
Right.
So in my eyes, you could write me a hook. Thanks, I'll take the hook. But when it comes to my verse, no, because now you're taking away from my authenticity.
Even if, as a writer, I know you, I've studied you, I know your catalog, I know how you write. I can mimic and write a verse that is Cryssy Bandzz. Is that taking away your? Even if you felt like when you heard it, that's some shit I would write. Like I would. That's me. I would say that.
I would just say that's some shit I would write, but it's not me. So I wouldn't want it. Okay. Like as a lyricist, that's just how I feel.
And you wouldn't even want to take ideas from it. I
have. Okay. I have, but I feel like
that's not somebody writing.
It's not often for me. Like if I'm in the studio and I'd be like, hey, yo, what rhymes with cat? Like, yo, things like that. Or like, yo, what other word could I say besides this? Like, of course. Right. And that would only be with my immediate circle. Right. But
I mean, I think that applies to a lot of, I think that applies to like probably 90% of the lyricists in hip hop, in rap.
Now, those 90%, are they making top hits music? Like,
it's just, you got to talk about the essence of hip hop.
I understand.
When it comes to that, it has to do with the essence of hip hop, and just some people don't want to break that rule.
And I understand.
Now, when it comes to R&B singers and singers, they'll mess with the writers all day. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to lyricists, like real lyricists, they're not gonna rock with that. Now, if you an artist and you don't consider yourself a lyricist, then you probably will step into that phase of.
Do you feel like that's hindering? Do you feel like that's hindering a bit though? I mean, not to say somebody writing your whole verse. Or like I'm not gonna just sit there and say, hey, come out and have a writer write for your whole song, or you go just no. I'm just saying, if you were to have a person, a writer that was able to maybe curate your words a little bit better for the sonically for the people to hear or to come across.
I feel like if they curate it, it's different from writing. Like the actual, like I'm writing every word and you're reciting it. I don't feel like that's me.
No, I got you. Not saying that though, but again, just on the side of, hey, listen, you trying to say this when you write your verse, but if you said this, it's the same thing. If you said it like this though, it might be sonically more pleasing, or it might come off a little bit better. It might be easier to hear to people. Would you consider that, or would you be like, nah, I got to keep my words?
I would consider it maybe, but that would still be that person's opinion.
I got you.
So I would just have.
I'm talking about a label like giving you a writer. Like they have writers that come out to these sessions, and I mean when you're in these spaces, they have writers that'll come out to your sessions, and Chris Brown will walk in, or whoever will walk in, not just whatever.
If you're looking for like a yes or a no, I would consider it, but I would prefer not to do it.
I got you.
Right.
I think I'm gonna let you, say what you're gonna say, but I just gotta add this part to it. I think this is all lyricists. I don't think any lyricist would take another lyric off of somebody, because then you can't consider yourself a lyricist. Because those are not your lyrics.
The purpose, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So if you don't, and we had this conversation before, if you don't consider yourself a lyricist and you're not out here saying, I go bar for bar with anybody, then you could use all the writers you want, because you're an artist, you're an entertainer. But the second you say you go bar for bar or you a lyricist, those rules, you have different rules. Those other rules don't apply to you. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. You're never going to be able to break that in hip-hop, bro. Ever. But go ahead, Chase.
All right, cool. So, Cryssy, you worked with a couple of artists, of course. I'm pretty sure it's more than this, but What was it like working with like A Boogie and the other people you've worked with?
Freeway, one of my favorites.
So I'm gonna go in order. So starting with A Boogie, shout out to DJ Twizzo. He knew someone in his, that's my DJ, my personal DJ. He knew someone in A Boogie's camp that made the connection. And then I had an investor, shout out to Charlie, who invested in the situation. We got the music video and the song. Now, A Boogie is the only artist that I actually was in the studio with. So I did have this song referenced already. Like my verse was on it, the beat, obviously. Let him hear it. He was like, yo, you want me to do a hook? I was like, of course. You're the hook king. Why not? He offered to do the verse. I re-recorded my verse in the studio. He gave me some tips on it a little bit, but he had to leave. But it was really dope because it's A Boogie. It's like.
And you got that experience.
Exactly. Like it was a no email situation. And then I also got to meet him like 2 more times after that backstage at his shows. So that was dope too. Like I'm Cryssy Bandzz, but I'm not A Boogie and I get to come to your backstage like that. That was dope for me, at that time. Now with Freeway, I entered into a competition where whoever won gets to open up for him. And I won.
Of course.
Like, why wouldn't I?
Wait, of course.
So, after I won, I opened up for him. Dave East was there too. That was the first time I met Dave East. And that was a dope experience. And then, I don't remember if it was a in-person conversation or if it was text message, but he's the one who was like, yo, let's do a song. Send me an open or whatever the case is. And it was natural. Same thing with Miss Hustle. I met her on the set we were talking about, Jadakiss and Dave East and them. And I was like, aren't you Miss Hustle? She was like fixing her hair. She was like, yeah. I was like, what's up, girl? And then, we chopped it up throughout the shoot. And then we got each other numbers. And then we just was like, we should do a song. And I used to watch Miss Hustle, her Queen of the Ring, her battles, you know what I'm saying? So all 3 of those features was legendary for me in different ways.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So is there any artists or even upcoming artists, even out of New York as well, right? I'm giving you options that you see yourself about to work with or any collabs already in the works right now?
I definitely have a secret collab that's coming out and I don't want to burst the bubble yet.
Okay.
I can tell y'all off the air.
Okay.
I definitely want to work with Chris Brown,
Okay.
Nicki Minaj, Dave East. It's too many to say.
Any in New York right now coming up? Because we got some artists in New York that's coming up right now too. Like, do you feel yourself?
Kaya Baby, of course. We
Okay.
long overdue.
Okay.
Long overdue.
I gotta hear that.
I know, right?
Me too. I gotta hear
If
that.
y'all do a video, I gotta be
for
there.
sure,
I gotta
for
be
sure.
there for the whole
Yeah, I like
experience.
That's
I
gonna be a
see
bar for bar song right
Right.
there. Billy B, Lola Brooke, like, A Boogie again. Why not? Lil TJ. No, is he from New York? Yeah, he is. I know I was in bugging.
If you do a track with Kaya, it gotta be called BQE.
Brooklyn Queens Express.
I like that.
Yeah, come on.
Yo, could you imagine? Yo,
Right.
Kaya, what's up? I was just
What
with her
we
the other
doing?
day too.
Right. All right.
Y'all
Go
playing,
ahead.
man. Y'all gotta represent for the
Nah,
culture.
I'm gonna text Kaya. Yo, Kaya.
Yeah.
I'm about to
Yeah.
text her right now.
Right.
Right. So, when I listen to artists, I think I have a different ear than everybody else, and I don't know if you've ever spoken about this on any interview, but your voice. I feel like you've always had an original voice. You have like that little raspy
Everybody
voice.
says that.
You know what I'm saying? Like you have a unique voice and nobody could compare it to.
I appreciate that.
So how do you do you ever think about these things, like your voice and how you sound?
So with that being said, everybody always tells me, asks me like, what's my sound? I be like, I just say authenticity. Like I don't really know how to answer that. But I do feel like I do have a unique sound. Like I feel like I hear it be like, oh yeah, that's Cryssy. Like,
yeah.
But as far as like a signature sound, do you guys think I have
I think
one?
you do. I think you do.
I feel like it's. I ain't gonna. I feel like it's just New York rap. I want to say like.
Nah, she got a different sound. She got.
It's a gritty, yet female-y, like it's that Tim's with the halter top, leather jacket on vibe.
I know
like
a lot of people from Brooklyn, and I can't compare her to nobody.
I'm not talking about no artist. I'm not talking about nobody. I'm talking about sound
vocals.
Oh, you talking about like her voice?
Yeah, her voice. I can't compare her to nobody.
Yeah, it's like one of those Biggie raspy.
That's crazy. That's my favorite rapper. Well, it's Lil Wayne, but Biggie. Like,
I mean,
female version with the raspiness, or Jada.
I would say Jada Kiss's sister or cousin.
Jada, all right,
little
Jada.
sister.
That make more sense. That make more sense.
She got the raspy
light
off a song, and just in person she got the raspy.
Yeah.
Maybe that might be a good collab too. J1. He's spitting right now.
Oh yeah,
for
sure. I definitely heard some of his stuff.
But before we got some music from you. Before we play that song, I want to play something that I like from Cryssy.
Okay.
But before we get to that, can we play a game?
Yeah, okay. Sure.
So we have a game here that's called You Featuring Who. Right? So we're gonna ask. I'll give you an example. Right? So if I ask you a question like, if you ever wanted to collaborate with a Caribbean artist, it would be Cryssy Bandzz featuring who?
That's fire.
You would instantly. You can't even think. You gotta.
Oh shit!
You gotta say it fast. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, Prez, you want to start it off?
Yeah, I'll start it off.
And Chase Sims, you better get it right this time, man. Is you featuring who? Okay. Come on, man.
Never got it right yet, right?
Polly Rue Francais
He's
over
never
here.
got it. He's
man.
made up his own joint every time.
Every time, man. Come on.
All right.
Damn.
I want to go with upcoming R&B artists. It would be you featuring who?
Come on.
Vina Love.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, okay.
What's up, Vina?
All right.
Okay. Chase Sims.
Shout out Jay.
I want to go music video scenery.
Okay.
So if you was to shoot another video, what country or state
you still fucked
would
up
you
want to
would you want to record it in? Like next up. If it was one of those, like any country or state, what would be the first one that you would want to record a video in? Because there's art everywhere. I'm pretty sure video shoots is not just trains and.
I'd go back to China.
Okay.
You featuring China. Got you.
That's not it.
Cryssy Bandzz featuring China.
Cryssy
Right?
Bandzz featuring China.
Christ, man. We got
Chase like that's nice.
We got to send him the script or something. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I'm gonna go back.
It's
to
not just features. Y'all lying now.
You fucking up the game. You fucking up the game.
We
fucking up the game. Right. Fucking up the game.
Whatever
over
they
here.
do.
No,
it's
you. It's you featuring who?
Yeah, or you doing something.
No, it's not
you
that.
featuring who?
Fucking up the game, man.
That's it. Just you featuring who?
Fucking up the game.
Not where, not
I
what.
already asked her.
No, you fucking up the game.
And
Okay.
who she want to work with?
No, it's cool. You remix
That's
the game, but you fucking up
But
the
it could
game.
be anything though. It could be anything though.
See what happens when you win a trophy? You win a trophy.
You can specify it now.
Go to Paris. Don't know how to act.
Right. You come back, you just switch your shit. But
people got Paris. Travel, man.
I guess let's go back to the question that I asked you. When it comes to Caribbean artists, Cryssy Bandzz featuring who?
Shenseea.
Ooh,
that's sexy.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh.
Can I say one more?
Yeah.
Popcorn.
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
OG.
Okay. Cryssy Bandzz, she's here. We live on the Fix Show, the DSN Network, the Matrix Studios. Before we get into her new song, that she will be able to let y'all know what the song is. She's gonna introduce it herself. Okay. I'm just gonna play a joint, little minute of it. This was the first song that introduced me to Cryssy Bandzz, and it's still my favorite, and I still play it to this day. Okay, Cryssy Bandzz, she's here. Let's get into it, y'all.
Brooklyn be the land that you get booked in. Gotta move by yourself if you got a shook friend.
Right.
If it ain't family, you can never split ends. Was it riding in a Honda? You can't sit in the Benz. And we run shit, take shit, run with great clips. One gun in my bag, the rest tucked in they hips. Gang. Neos, no matrix. Bullets will pull your skin back like a facelift.
I had to play a little snippet of that. You know what I'm saying? I play that shit forever. Okay, I will play it forever. Okay.
Can I tell you a little secret?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's funny because that freestyle right there, like when people used to be like, yo, freestyle on the spot, I used to be like, Brooklyn, be the I'm gonna be like the game when I blow up. Y'all seen when the game had like 17 clips of the same rap? That's gonna be me.
Yeah.
But
every artist come up like that. Every artist got their couple of ones they go right to
that
they know
that perfect go-to one.
That's gonna hit every time. So yeah.
See, I could do the freestyle, but it's gonna be you gonna see it about 16 more times.
You know what it is? I just felt like the way you started on that track was super dope.
Thank you.
You know, so it's like a DJ's dream to start on a song that starts right there. Like you start on the beat, you can scratch it in, all that. You know what I'm saying? So I done play that joint with the Casanova one.
And the regular one all the time.
No, I played that with Casanova and with Young M.A. I did that mix. I was the one who originated that mix.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I did that mix.
Oh, shit.
I did that mix. I still got
and
it on my
That's why you the DJ of the year.
I got it on my laptop with the timestamp on it. You know what I'm saying?
I
mixed in you, Casanova, and Young M.A.
That's fine. And you know what's crazy? I listen back to that freestyle and I'd be like, I've grown so much lyrically.
Right.
And you still, like, you still, like, all right, in your opinion, that's your favorite. When you hear my new freestyles, how do you feel? Like, okay, she's elevated it, or it's like, nah, I'm still.
Yeah, I feel like that. I'm like, yeah, this one's still it. Because it's the way you came on and you kept going on the track.
Yeah.
It's really important the way you start a freestyle and how you end it, how you continue on. There's not a lot of people who could sound dope on a Mobb Deep beat.
Yeah.
So, Cryssy, what made you get started? Like, what made you choose rap?
I was always a writer as far as like writing stories, essays, especially poems. And then I was always a performer too. I used to do African dance, hip hop dance, and poetry. So we were reciting a poem at BAM, downtown Brooklyn. And as I was reciting it, it was about my pops. He raised me and stuff like that. So, I was saying little stuff, you young and you whatever. But it was coming out like a rap. And each punchline, the crowd was like, oh. And then I was like, oh, I could do this. Mm-hmm. So I started taking it serious. Then Nicki Minaj came out and it was over.
Right.
It was over.
Okay. We get it. Okay, so we got a brand new song here. You want to talk about it? You want to introduce it? You want to?
I actually have 8 brand new songs. So which one you talking about?
We got the Hate Is Real.
Oh, you the new one that ain't even dropped yet.
Yeah, that one's dropping.
We got the exclusive.
It's only right that my favorite DJ get the exclusive.
We got the exclusive.
He won an award, so he got to get the exclusive.
No, I'm not gonna take the flowers for this. This came through Chase. So shout out to
the
Chase.
Promoter.
Promoter of the year. That's why you the promoter of the year.
There you go.
Appreciate that.
Here you
know
go.
what I'm saying? Appreciate that for sure.
So yeah, about this record,
I'll take the credit for playing it though.
There you go.
For breaking it. Hey,
drop.
But I just I'm getting a lot of love, and with that, you get a lot of hate.
Right.
So I said, let me do a track that is a classic, the hater talking to the person they're hating on, and I said, let me see how it'll come out, and it came out pretty good. So that's gonna be the new single for this year, the first single for this year.
Okay, we got it exclusive. We about to drop this. Cryssy Bandzz, Brooklyn is in the building.
Heavy.
Okay, Chase Sims, he's here, promoter of the year.
Heavy.
Okay, Mr. Airbnb Prez, he's here.
I'm here.
DJ of the year, Trace, I'm here. Black Bottle Boys.
Heavy.
Let's get to it, man. New Cryssy Bandzz.
This is a Fix Show exclusive.
You made this, yeah.
Cryssy Bandzz, she's here. Brooklyn Heavy, what's up?
I'm just saying. Look how she walk, look how she talk. Shorty, you drunk, right? Wow, she really hating on me from the bar, talking shit on a drunk night. We in the spot, I'm looking good, trying to roll me a blunt like I'ma get what I want, like they gon' hate me and love when I stunt like she always looking, but she don't say nothing. That shit do it for me. You say you tough, but you ain't pull up. I guess you gon' do it to me. Show no support when I put out a hit, like what is you doing for me? I take your man, I got him like Cryssy, but what is you doing to me? Cryssy thinking that she hot shit. I really wish she would stop it. We was on the same lineup, but I'm the one that was not picked. That's true. What it do? Steady talking, but you never shoot. In the mouth, now it's brushing a tooth. With your bestie, be touching a tooth. Girl, you ain't doing nothing. You the topic of every discussion. Think you nice, but you really be fronting. You on my mind with my nigga be munching. What you mean? Cause I've been in the field. Never capping, I'm keeping it real. I know she's tight cause it's me on the bill. Her nigga wish he was copping the field. No, we don't cause they loving his wife. What you mean? I'm not loving his life. Wait a minute, I'm about to go crazy. Why a nigga up all of your life? Cryssy Bandzz always shaking the spot. With the bitches, I love me a dot. Yeah, and now I gotta send a drop. My niggas automatic with the knock. Your niggas automatic with the rock. You make me nervous, feel it in my gut. How we the same, but you the one that's mirror working on my butt. Slim body, but it come with the years. Only form when it come to the beats. I be wildin' when it come to the beats. Squeezing bitches, they be softer than peeps. Now I'm mad and I'm ready to scrap. I ain't coming though, I know where you at. If I'm coming, I'ma sit in the back. I be hating, but I'm still gonna clap. I'm with it all, I'm with whatever. Try to get one up on me, they can never. Thinking she wet, but this pussy get wetter. Hit from the back with the gun on the dresser. Look how she talk, shorty, you drunk, right? Wow, she really hating on me from the bar, talking shit on a drunk night. We in the spot, I'm looking good, trying to roll me a blunt like I'ma get what I want, like they gon' hate me and love when I stunt like she always looking, but she don't say nothing. That shit do it for me. You say you tough, but you ain't pull up. In case you gon' do it to me. Show no support when I put out a hit, like what is you doing for me? I take your man, I got him like Cryssy, but what is you doing to me?
Okay.
You hear that part? Hold on. Knock it ahead.
Okay.
Hello.
So
I like
we're
that.
gonna go back.
She said hip shaking
We're gonna
music.
go back. We're gonna go back to the original format of the Fix Show. Okay, Cryssy, we're gonna go back to the original format. Okay,
All right, let's do it.
So we're gonna go around the table and we're gonna give you our feedback. Remember we used to do that?
Oh, shit.
We're gonna go back to the original format of the Fix Show.
We kind of got away from that. That was kind of
yeah, and that was the best part of the
that was
Fix
very
Show.
controversial.
You know what I'm saying?
Trace
Press-
just want to talk his shit, but he
Press,
don't wanna
what's
say
up,
it.
man?
Nah.
Let's start with you. How did you feel about the record?
First of all,
Okay.
I want to say
It's a Fix Show, baby. We here.
I don't hip shake. I'm not a hip
You don't
shaker.
do the new shit.
I'm just not. This is not me.
You don't look like one.
Listen, I don't think my hips even move that quick like that no more these days.
I don't think
But,
anybody that drink Tito's do that shit.
Don't do me like that. Hold on. And I went back
I ain't
to
gonna
your
lie,
spot.
I like
That's
Tito's.
a fact, though.
Y'all like
That's
Tito's?
a fact. And plus, I went back to your
Tito's.
spot a couple times to get some good tequila.
Hey, yo, DJ Trace.
Yeah, I went back to your spot a couple times.
Right, Talk Street.
Yeah, all right. Shout out to guys.
Okay.
So for me, I'm not a hip shaker. However, I understand and know music enough to know that what the sound is and what people fuck with. So for me, I love the production on it. I love how it's a blend of not just hip shaking, but you're getting good bars, right? You're getting some good sound and not too much. She's not rapping, but I'm gonna give you some good bars and I'm gonna jump on this beat. So for me, I feel like it's a good track to have out for the clubs, for the sound. If you want to even take the beat, take some of the hook, it makes it in and blend it in with it's easy transitions to other records.
Got it.
So for me, I would say that it's a good party club record that can be played now.
Thank
but
you.
nothing
That was
I
the
would
goal.
play.
All right.
Oh,
Chase it.
like battle wise.
Nothing I would play regularly listening
Like
to in
on
the
his
car.
own.
Oh,
You
got
feel
it,
me?
got it,
Like
got
if I'm
it.
just whatever
Right,
the
okay.
case may be.
Yeah.
You got better joints that I would play.
Yeah.
Or
In
more
the car.
rap joints that I would play in the car. That
Got it.
Chase Sims, how you feel about it?
For me, I want to hear the whole album or the whole project for sure. When that comes.
Oh, that's not going on the project.
Oh, okay.
That's the new single.
Got it. Okay,
Yeah,
okay. For it being a single, I like the transition it goes into. I think it's like going into the second verse of it, but it's like towards the middle because the way you started rapping and then the way the beats and everything was starting to mesh, it flowed a little bit more different. And it took my mind away from the hip shaking. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the hip shaking was one thing, but you being a lyricist and your sound controls records.
Likewise.
Yeah, it controls records. Like you have I don't think the beats matter for you.
Got it. So you're saying like if I'm like, let's say if that was or it is a hip shaking track, it don't give you hip shaking because I'm the way I did it.
No, it give you hip shaking because of the beat.
But the bars, like I was saying, takes away from that and gives you more. He's got some bars in there. I can listen to it.
It started off like hip shake and then it transitioned into you.
Okay,
You get what I'm saying? And it was like when I got to the you part, it was like now I'm more sold on the record. You get for me, that's how I was listening to it because it was like you're not targeting, but it's catering to multiple people. Some people are going to listen just for the beat. Some people are going to listen for the lyrics, et cetera, et cetera. But again, if that beginning part and if it just went straight to that middle, I think right there that's you.
See, and I love the feedback because the track is not out yet.
Right.
So you know what I'm finna do right now.
I would say I'm gonna start it off like this. If Cryssy Bandzz was in the spot and you asked me to play the record, I'm gonna play the record, but I'm probably not gonna get hyped the way you normally see me get hyped. I'll just play the record.
Yeah.
I that's not the Cryssy Bandzz I know. It's cool, but as a DJ, from how I know you, It's not the Cryssy Bandzz I know.
But
I'll stick with the freestyles.
But can you play that if
he just want me to freestyle all day?
I know you said
I'll play it if she asks me to. If it was,
so you know,
it's not your preference.
So you don't feel like every time you're playing or anytime you're playing, you're spinning in a joint.
I wouldn't feel comfortable playing that song within the Little Babies or the Ice Spice, because for me, I'm just saying me. I would, if she asked me to play, I'll play it. But for me, if she's not in the building, I wouldn't mix it in. I wouldn't mix it in because that's not the Cryssy Bandzz that I know.
One thing I'm gonna throw out there real quick, and this is just not feedback, but this is how I started seeing things. So back in the days, DJs would break records, right? And I felt like during a time when, like, say for example, when we did the Daniel Bellamy with the Go Viral with the I'm Ready challenge, people didn't hear the whole song yet. They heard a certain portion of the song, and that made it buzz and boom, boom, boom. I think with the records, don't matter how you do your whole record from beginning to end, we have to find out that area of that song and break that part.
The best part of it.
Right, to get people trained to it. And I only say that because, again, it's going to vary from if we like the beginning, the middle, the end.
I see what you're saying. Like with how TikToks be going viral.
Right.
And
Ice Spice is the main thing for that.
I'm saying that is because I think, Trace, maybe we just need to hear it again at another point.
You got your point. You do what you do as a promoter. For me. For me, right? I feel like you're going to be respected more for your lyrics and what you do on the lyricist side as opposed to what you do on the mainstream side.
I agree. I started like that. That's who Cryssy Bandzz is.
The people who doing the shaking hip stuff,
I'm
they're not going to respect you as much as the lyricists do.
I'm only doing the commercial shit because that's what sells now.
I got you. But then again, there is a curated space for artists like yourself. And I'm promoting this heavy. I'm trying when I'm talking about the managers meetings, I'm trying to get the managers to tell their artists, to get their artists to understand, you need to sell who you need to sell to. It's not about trying to sell always to the mass. You need to start with the first 30.
I agree with that.
You got to start with the 30 to get.
Why nobody think like that no more?
But also this, right?
Because they want to break a big record and that's pop and blow.
I get what you're saying, but look at it like this, right? Let's take for example, you seen the of course you've seen the Locks and the Dipset verses, right? When people looked at that and they saw this is my example. When they saw that, yeah, the Locks got, hard records or whatever. But then when Jules was like, I ain't got no R&B records, and they pulled out all the Grammy records.
Carey and all them.
Remember, look, they're lyricists. They were still able to do their lyricism on an R&B track with Mariah and get respected just as much as her singing.
Yeah.
Their lyrics got respected just as much as her singing. You know what I'm saying? So you could still stick to that type of format. Of course, you got to do whatever you got to do for the mainstream and for the pop culture or whatever. But those people who shake their hips, they're not going to respect your lyricism the way the lyricists do.
But
people who appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
That was my point. You get what I'm saying? It's catering to multiple people.
Yeah. That's why I do the music that I do. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying. I was adding, you're right.
That's what I'm saying. You're right. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's like if the people that like the shaking the hips, they won't listen to a lyricist, she's making it a point for them to listen.
That makes sense.
You get what I'm saying?
Like, they'll listen to that song because it's relevant to them.
But that's their sound. That's their era. That's their
so
ear.
Once they hearing that, they might learn the words now. You get what I'm saying? Because you got to think about how children they're going to shake their hips. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? And that's one of the main markets. That's how music travels. You find out about music by the younger kids today.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask and just transition a little bit. With the sound, you said you got a new team, you're working with new people. So producer-wise, you mentioned a project. Are you having multiple producers on there? Are you working with producers for different sounds?
So I am working with different producers, but I am primarily working with TV Beats.
Okay.
So he produced my I did mention that I dropped 8 songs, but 2 of them were produced by TV Beats, 2 O'Clock and Eye for an Eye. So I'm bringing those 2 songs back as well as 4 more songs for that EP. He's going to produce all 6 of the songs.
How heavily are you involved with that creating process of the beats?
I would say that they're already created.
Okay.
I just chose
the
ones that stood out to me the most and started writing.
Okay.
So now it's just me recording, laying it down, and then putting them in order.
Do you feel like that way help curate? Like when people ask about a sound for you, because if for me, I feel like the long tenure of artists also has to do with their sound when we say their sound? Because we know a Timbaland beat, we know a Pharrell beat, we know a Missy track, you know, we know a 40, you know. So when Drake is because of how he sound in all these tracks that a producer made for him. Do you feel like that you want to get into that space, or do you feel like you just want to maybe still have that freedom of just kind of?
I feel like both. I've been doing the freedom. I've been having my freedom so much that I feel like I could do either or.
Okay.
It's not something that I feel like, oh, I want to do that, but I don't mind doing it.
Mm-hmm. I honestly think that you would strive. You would sound so dope. Sorry about that. You know, technical difficulties on the other side. Too much Bel Air probably. I think you would excel in like let's say like, because I've had the experience and I know how you sound. I think you would be dope in like an underground scene with Benny the Butcher and Joey Badass.
I just got this
because there wasn't. I haven't seen a female like in that. I've seen females perform in those environments, but to take over and be on the same, I think you could be one of those females who could do that. You know what I'm saying? But I understand that you have to have two parts of your music. You got to have mainstream. You got to have something for the radio. You got to have something for the streets. You know what I'm saying? So,
but you're not lying. That is my lane. Yeah, the streets.
So I you know what I want to do? I want to put you in contact with Terminology. He's a dope producer when it comes to, you know, the hardcore boom bap stuff. So I think you'll be cool working with him. You know, I put y'all in contact. And
thank you.
You know, he done dropped 50 albums already. You know what I'm saying? This man is #1 on iTunes all the time. So
that's fine.
You know, I think it'd be cool for you to learn something from somebody who's been in. Yeah, because
sometimes my thing is like I listen to a lot of opinions because I don't like yes men.
Right.
So when to give me your opinion, I take it and put it to my final decision so I could just be better. That's just how I am.
For sure.
No,
so it's like this person would tell me, you need to be more sexy. This person would say, you need to spit more bars. You need to be more commercial. So sometimes I get lost in like what I need to be.
No, but you're an artist. You're an artist. So it's cool for you to have different avenues to be able to put your artistry in, but to have a main one, you got to choose a main one. Look,
my main one is that gritty shit. Like they be like, yo, put them heels on. I be like, no, I want to put my sneakers on.
But we say that, Trace. But what about these independent artists that's really selling out like the Blacks? Like the Russes, like they're not making commercial music. They're not doing a bunch of other shit. They're doing one thing, and what they're doing is cultivating the people around that.
They built their fan base.
But they did that though. Is what I'm saying. Though they did it. They stayed there. They.
But remember,
what I'm saying is, there's a whole what I would call boom bap or underground world that's very heavy. That's
course.
super flourishing. They got these places that you talked about. China's super heavy in that. Real rap music. The UK.
Yeah, when I was in the club, I was surprised. UK especially.
Again, so if you
I like your cartoon, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I wanted to say that too. I like that shit. That was
Shout out to Blueprint.
Yeah, that's fine.
Pixar.
Yeah.
I see it. No.
I just want to say this to stick. I feel like if you really do stick to what you want to stick to, you're gonna curate the people that fuck with you just for that.
Of course.
So how do you differentiate sticking to your shit and being stubborn and listening to what you should listen to?
From
like
a DJ standpoint, like if you're gonna stick to that boom bap, the lyricist stuff, you just got to be around the people who do it heavy.
And that's
you know what I'm saying. Try to get in that space. Try to get into those tours. Try to get into those shows. Try to get into that space. About I'm always around that, because of Graph and Math Huff and a lot of other people, but. You got to get into that space. You got to be around those people.
True, and like for me, from my point, I just feel like just look at the room a little better. You know what I'm saying? Because Trace Field, he's in these rooms. Chase Sims is in these rooms. Prez is in those rooms. Scott's in his rooms. You get what I'm saying? So you're not gonna bring a freestyle to a showcase unless it's one of those type of showcases.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you're not gonna go to a freestyle showcase with a full track. You know what I'm saying? Like something that like a song. Like an actual single. So just like I said, just understanding what you're bringing, if that makes sense. So
but when he says that you're bringing something,
a different show.
You have to know now what you want to do. And even though we all have our opinions, and even if Scott Morris might have their views or whatever, you have to know what you're good at, what you can stay true to throughout, like fully through and through, and then tell these people, hey, you have to do this for me. This is what I want to do.
Now, how can
Yeah, how can you curate the space that I need to be in for me? Not allow the people opinions or anything. Like you say, how can I differentiate? We don't make those. You make that. You say, hey, okay, cool. I'll choose to do commercial shit and do underground shit, but I need 2 people now to be involved.
Right. You delegate. You delegate.
Or I'm gonna stick to my rapping shit. I'm gonna stick to my my however I want to do my shit, and then find somebody that's gonna get me into these spaces that I need to be in.
It's the Cryssy Bandzz brand. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I can come to you and I can get lyricists. I can come to you and get a single. I can come to you, you know what I mean? Or you could just be doing it, but you don't got to put it all out. Just be strategic, like you were saying, to organize, planning out when to put this out, put this here, boom, boom, boom. And that is going to all come together, like you said, like in abundance.
Right. I just need 5 freestyles a month for the whole year. And I'm good.
Yeah, I need to start writing those more.
Yeah.
But what I will say, I don't know if you guys heard Eye for an Eye. So that was my attempt to mix commercial with that grittiness. I don't know if you guys heard it, but
you sung on it too. That's what I was talking about.
That was like, that is where, you see how you say you could do both, put it together. They did the who did you mention when you said they did the freestyle, but it was on a hit? Oh, Jadakiss and Mariah. That Eye for an Eye was my Jada Mariah.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
I feel you.
So I'm just trying to see what works for me.
We understand.
But y'all kind of made me realize, like, it's okay to stay in your lane and, find other avenues.
Right. You
like,
just got to find people in that lane with you. You know what I'm saying? Or with them.
We rooting for you. We can see where we about to go. You know what I'm saying? 10 years, cool. You went through that. Now let's
call
do the next 10
call
years.
Chase, call Chase. We got you. You know what I'm saying?
These phone calls.
Right.
That's
But we appreciate your time. We appreciate your time coming out. It was great seeing you. I haven't seen you in a minute.
I know.
And anything you want to tell a young lady or anybody like that, to motivate them going forward?
I just want to say, if you have a goal, just don't ever stop. I mean, I know it's cliche, but it's like so much going on. You just got to stay focused. Tell yourself this one thing and just keep going and stand on it.
Right.
And take care of your responsibilities.
And before we get out of here, please give out your shout outs. Let people know where they can find you at.
Yes, you can definitely find me on all platforms. Cryssy Bandzz. Make sure you spell it right. Cryssy Bandzz. Shout out to my whole team. Ben Foreign, Scott Morris, Tony Lee, Lana, Julie, Rosie, Cece, Net. Like, I love all y'all to death. I appreciate you guys. My boy DJ Trace was one of the first real interviews I had. This was like 2018, 2017?
Somewhere around
Maybe 2016.
Maybe somewhere around there.
But I appreciate you, Prez, Chase, The Fix Show. I love y'all.
Thank you. We appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? We'll be back next week. And hopefully next week, he be good with the, you featuring who shit.
Yeah,
I'm going to send him the guy. We're going to send him the script.
Y'all going to write my lyrics?
We're going to try it. We're going to try to write something up for you.
I need my script together.
We got to send him a script, So, shout to T in the background, man. All right. Shout to Bel Air. Shout to Avia. Shout to Black Bottle Boys. Do remember tomorrow, 7 p.m. Drum. God's Timing Part 2 with the Rock Boys.
Big Queens. What's up, Graf?
Young Guns, Petey Crack. Make sure you follow Chase Sims and Prez. Follow Chase Sims for all your local parties, all your stuff, even out of town. He in Paris, or he probably do a party in Paris. We don't know.
He don't go to Paris without me.
He probably did something out there. If you need some Airbnbs, holla at the homie Prez. We out of here, man. We wish you a happy ending of January. You know what it is. It's the Fix Show. We out of here, baby. The DSN Network, the Matrix Studio.
Bow.
Fix.